Hey guys, this is the next video in the Video Archive VHS collection series, and this episode focuses on all the titles that start with the letter I. So without further ado, let's get going. So the first two titles I have to show are all Disney films, but they remain in different decades. This one is from 1963, so it's 60s film. We have The Incredible Journey. And of course, this is not the remake that came out in the 90s. This is the original. July 16th, 1994. Okay, now we skip another 40 years into the future, to the 2000s, and here we go. We have The Incredibles. So we have a late release. We actually have at least a couple more late releases, but those will come out towards the end of the video. January 17th, 2005. Okay, the next tape here is one of those tapes that was sold through the Avon catalog. The Indian in the Cupboard. January 14th, 1996. Next up, we now have some of my favorite movies from when I was growing up. And I'm just going to show them here all at once because they're part of the same series. We have the Indiana Jones trilogy. And yes, I do say trilogy because there isn't a VHS of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull that came out in North America. There was one in South Korea. I do know somebody who does have it, but I don't personally own it. It's a pretty hard tape to find. I might pick it up if I can get a copy for a decent price, but it's not necessarily something that I'm actively hunting down. We have 2 week in year codes, so I believe this is recycled. The 53rd week of 1989 and the 40th week of 1991. What's pretty cool about this tape, this actually has a preview for the Adventures of Young Indiana Jones television series, which came out around the time this tape was made. Then we have Temple of Doom. Little advisory here at the bottom. This and Gremlins were both movies that contributed to the PG-13 rating being created in '84. The 40th week of 1986. And finally, we have The Last Crusade. Plan on getting a better condition copy of this tape at some point. Or maybe that Super VHS release that came out. But it'll do for now. The 4th week of 1990. Okay, next up, we actually have a film that's pretty late for a black and white movie. This one being from 1960. Inherit the Wind. Yeah. 1960, that was pretty late for black and white. One of the last kind of big titles to be black and white was Psycho, which came out around the same time. July 1st, 1999. If I can focus in on that. Come on. There we go. Finally focused. Well, kinda. You can see it. speaking of 60s films and another tape from the MGM label, we have In the Heat of the Night. We'll go over these real quick. Very similar to the famed VHS. Alright, so now the tape. January 31st, 1997. So what they did with this, they just used a new old stock tape, gave it new inserts and a new case. So, it looks... maybe. Let's see. There we go. Looks like I can actually get it in one-handed. There we are. Okay, next up we have In the Line of Fire. The first week of 1995. Okay, this and the next tape are both late releases and both came out in late 2005. Into the Blue. Movie's whatever, but it's still a pretty interesting release nonetheless in terms of kind of late releases in North America. November 18th, 2005. Alright, here's the other late release and another kind of forgettable film, The Island. November 21st, 2005. Alright, the last two tapes for this episode are both Peanuts titles. We have It's a Mystery, Charlie Brown. The 35th week of 1999. It'll focus. Never mind. And the other Peanuts title, just in time for Halloween, is The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. the 30th week of 1994. Alright, that'll do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and stick around for the next episode. Take care.